Hi everybody, Robert here. This is my weekly check-in. Um, haven't done a video since Monday, so hello to everybody. Hope everyone's had a really good week. Uh, had a haircut, get rid of all that grey. Yeah, had a really good week. Went to Slimming World last night, and we maintained this week, which I wasn't disappointed at, if I'm being honest. I do recognize that usually when you're following a diet like this, you usually have a good first week. Second week's usually a bit slower. Um, I think we've made some mistakes this week. We had our meal plan, which obviously I try to do that every Sunday. I do that. They're not the most popular videos, is what some of the other ones can be, but I like to do them because I think it's nice to show everybody the plan that we've got. It's also a way to get Catherine involved. Catherine, she had a bit of she had a small gain this week, um, but again, nothing that we're concerned about. We're gonna get back on it and try and be a bit better next week. I think the bank holiday weekend might have had um, an effect. Obviously, I told everyone we were going out last weekend. Um, with my parents, and that might have had a negative effect. I don't know, um, but we all you do is you take the negatives with the positives, and you just get back on the horse, and you try again, and that's all we're going to do. So what have we done this week that I think might have affected it? Now, I think the biggest thing is yes, we had a meal plan, but I didn't actually log my sins like I did the first week. I was guilty of that this week. Now, I think this week's been a bit busy with it being a 4-day working week. I've went in the office 3 days. Um, so that, I'm not giving excuses. I'm just telling, being honest, that's what the whole channel's about, isn't it? Being honest. Um, and I think we haven't logged everything. It's been one of those situations where we've probably used too many sins and not really thinking about it. That's it. Um, so we've had some good meals, good meals this week. But I think next week we've attended class last night and got the new magazine. And there's a recipe book in there. Now, anybody that does Slimming World and buys the magazine, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Especially the new magazine. It comes with this little recipe book, which we're actually going to try and do 3 or 4 meals next week, just to try and change it up a little bit. Because I think you become a little bit complacent, don't you, when we'll just have pasta, we'll just have rice. Well, maybe we're having too much pasta, we're having too much rice, not enough speed. Now, that's always my issue is the speed, and I think that needs to be put into the thing next week. And obviously the exercise. I haven't had a chance to do anything, and I'm sick to death of sounding like I'm a broken record. I haven't had a chance, I haven't had a chance. I need to make some time, and I'm really looking forward to my gym reopening next week. It's been getting refurbed. So yeah, like I say, we take the negatives with the positives, and we bounce back, and we'll get back on that horse, and we'll try again. So tomorrow, tonight, sorry, Saturday night, we're going meeting a friend of mine and his wife. We go out for dinner every quarter. So tonight we're going to a Asian like themed, like an Asian fusion restaurant. And the menu looks really nice. Now I'm aware Chinese and all that kind of food, Asian food's not the best for you. So we are going to try and make some good choices with that. Um, um, I might have a couple of beers, which that's just me, obviously my decision. And we're going to Costco tomorrow. Now Costco uh, is our meat hall, so I'm going to do a little video tomorrow just to show the plans, obviously with the menus that we've got. Obviously the plan, obviously what we're gonna have for the week ahead, obviously all the meat that we'll buy, what we're planning on making with it all. That's a reason why we go to Costco. A lot of people don't think it's very cheap, but when you buy the bulk meat that we do, we use a lot of chicken, we use a lot of pork, The pork steaks from there, they're like pork chops, but you have to cut them in half. They're that thick. So like doubles the amount that you get, and we have that, and we cut all that and put that into fakeaways such as stir fries. It could be you could be put that into your dirty rice, and you don't have to have mince. And all of this stuff it can be free, So we're going there tomorrow. I'm gonna have a little look around the Metro Centre with the Ben. I'm possibly going to take you with us. We'll see how she wants to get on. She's itching to get back on the channel. So if you guys can leave some comments down below, a few hellos for her, that'll really boost her confidence, because I think she's wanting to branch out and do something. But she wants to do the videos on my channel. She's so creative, Eleanor. She is. I have to give her a due. She's a 14-year-old teenager. Obviously, everyone knows what teenagers are like, but she's very creative. She loves making the bracelets. So I've given her an idea that if it's a nice day, one day she can just sit and record some videos on a bracelet. So if anyone would just like to give her some encouragement, with this video, please do, and leave it in the comments. And I'm just going to leave this video as always. I always do. I want to hear everybody's stories, and I want to hear how everyone's getting on. Everybody who might be watching this from the Manjaro journey, how are you doing? We've got our price list from our previous private pharmacy that we used to use, which was Ashcroft, and the pen that we were on, the 10 milliliters, going up to 250. Now, it's a £90 increase, and I still think it's too much for me. When you think about that, me and Catherine would have to spend £500 a month. So that's unfortunately the decision made for now. But how are you doing on your journey? Are you continuing from the 1st of September? How is everybody's weight loss been this week? Give us your results. Give us some encouragement in the comments. And I'll speak to you in another video, hopefully over the weekend. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Everyone enjoy your weekends. Enjoy all of those treats that you have saved all week for. And if you're not having a treat and you're being good, then you have got my blessing. Thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you again very soon.